Are you looking to book a cruise and you're not sure which cruise line to go with? Well, you're watching the right video. I'm being on over 3 cruise lines today, 2 of the newest ones, as well as the most popular to find the right cruise for you. I'll be going over the pros and cons of all of these cruise lines, so let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start with Virgin Voyages. There's a lot I like about Virgin Voyages, mainly because they took everything that you didn't like about traditional cruise lines and fixed it. So this cruise line feels very refreshing. First of all, they've done food amazingly. Out of all these cruise lines, this one I feel like did food the best. Not only is the food amazing, but there's no more specialty dining. What that means is no more looking at the restaurants and saying, hey, this restaurant looks delicious, but I had to pay for it. I'm not sure if I really want it. Virgin Voyages, all the restaurants are included. So that is very nice. Eat at any restaurant you want for no extra charge. They also have something called the galley, which is their buffet area, but they don't call it a buffet because you don't serve yourself. You go there, you sit down at a table, there's a little flag in the middle of the table, you raise it up, someone immediately comes to you and takes their order. They'll go out, get the food on your behalf, and be back in a few minutes. Personally, I don't do that. I'll order the food from them, let them go pick up the food. While they're going to get the food, I'll get my own drink order. By the time I get up, go get my own drink, can sit down, my food arrives about the same time, so it's very convenient. I also love that there's so much included in the cruise fare, from things like soda, Wi-Fi, and even the gratuity, so that's very convenient. There's no pressure to feel like you have to tip extra, because you've already paid in the cruise fare. They also have some of the best customer service I've ever experienced, anywhere. They have a wide variety of unique shows that you will not find anywhere else. They're unique to Virgin Voyages, so no more seeing the same show on a different cruise line. No, all these are Virgin Voyages original, so you're not going to see something similar to another cruise line because they made it themselves. Their parties are like no other. Personally, some of my favorite, especially Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night is a ship-wide event. Everyone dresses on red. It's one big party. And the main event is the deck party. They have a show in the pool. And towards the end of the show, they encourage everyone to join them in the pool, and it's one big old pool party. It is lots of fun. And if you're someone who likes to go party late into the night, there's actually the Scarlet Night after party that resumes in the Red Room. It is an amazing experience you have to try. The rooms on Virgin Voyages are also amazing. And it's very electronic friendly. So you walk into your room, you check in with your wristband, the door opens. If you happen to be in a room with a balcony, the curtains will open automatically for you. It is very awesome. They also have mood lighting, which can be controlled by an iPad. Same thing with the AC and the TV, all controlled by the iPad. And my favorite part is the hammocks. After trying this, I have thought about why haven't other cruise lines put a hammock on a cruise ship? Even if it's not standard in all rooms, why isn't it an option? Because it would just so much more relaxing than a chair. A chair is nice, but the hammock takes it to another level. So I feel like other cruise lines should give an option of a hammock or chair. But that's just me. Virgin Voyages is also an adults-only cruise line, so no kids in sight. Not even your kids, nor someone else's kids. So it's great for an adults-only experience. Personally, I love my kids so much, but come on, let's be honest. We do need some time away from them a little bit. The beach club at Bimini is amazing. Food, again, is included at this beach club. And if you want alcohol, it's included in your bar tab if you have a bar tab. If not, you just use your wristband and they'll scan it and you purchase your drink that way. So no more taking cash on a private island. So no more taking cash ashore just to get a drink if you go to the beach club. And the last thing I love about Virgin Voyages is there's no announcements. They keep this at a bare minimum. The only announcements I really heard was one saying, hey, everyone needs to do the e-muster process. Then we're about to take off. And if you shouldn't hear no other messages until you get back, unless it's an emergency. And that's exactly what happened. I did not hear another announcement until after we got back to port, and they're like, okay, everyone, you need to get off this ship. We need to let the next batch of people come on the ship, so you got to get out. But that was all the announcements. There was no daily announcements. There was no sales pitch trying to say, hey, go to this area, spend extra money here. No waiting 10 minutes for the cruise director to give a long list of activities that go on throughout the day. So it was very nice. I know I went on and on about how great Virgin Voyage is, but there are some cons. Nothing is perfect. And to me, the biggest thing was everything had to be booked on the app. So dining reservations, if you were looking to book those in advance, you book those on the app. Activities are booked on the app, which you would think wouldn't be that big of a deal, but they do fill up quickly. which is kind of annoying, especially if you're a person who likes to plan things last minute and not try to plan your whole trip out. You can go wait in the standby line and get let in that way if there's room, but it is still pretty inconvenient at times. Another con is it is still a newer cruise line, so currently they only have 4 ships to be online pretty soon. Virgin Voyages is a newer cruise line, so currently they only have 4 ships. So their itineraries are pretty limited to the US, Mediterranean, and Australia coming soon. The itineraries are pretty limited. Only 1 port in the US, they have 1 in the Mediterranean, 1 in Australia. So they do have a little bit of a variety, but you are still very limited of where you can go, which will change pretty soon as more ships come online. Who is Virgin Voyages for? Well, personally, I think Virgin Voyages are those who want an adults-only experience, no kids at all, which is a big selling point of this cruise line. If you're a big foodie, I would say this is a cruise line that you must try. Next, I want to talk about Carnival, the cruise line that I've been on the most time so far. Some of the good things about Carnival is they have a great value proposition. It's simply one of the more affordable cruise lines out there, and they have a wide variety of entertainments and activities for everybody of all ages. For the kids, they do have kids clubs and activities from 6 months old on up. And my 2 kids loved these kids clubs. They have very interactive activities, games for the kids, parties for the kids. My children begged to go here. And for the adults, they do have adults only areas. They are in the front of the ship, so the wind's blowing towards you, so you don't hear any of the sound coming from behind you, where the parties are at, the kids are at, all those kind of things. They have a bunch of activities from game shows to bingo, let's make a deal. They have Family Feud now. That's a new addition. Bunch of dance lessons, so it's tons of fun for the entire family. Also, maybe more adult focus shows like the Love and Marriage show, adult comedy shows, piano bars. They have a great adult entertainment, and this is where those kids clubs come in handy. Drop the kids off for a little bit, go have some good fun, then pick them up later. Makes it very convenient and very fun for everybody. They also have a poolside theater to where at night they have a double feature to where the first show is more kids focused. You can go down to the pool deck, sit in the pool in a hot tub, watch a movie with your kids, and have a really nice relaxing time. Kind of like a drive-in theaters, but on a cruise ship. As you can see, there's options for all ages on this cruise ship. Carnival Corporation is also the largest cruise line. They own many brands, and Carnival is one of their many brands, and they have ships all over the world. Many ports in the US, many ports in Europe, Middle East, Asia, Australia, you name it. If you want to go there, there's probably a Carnival Cruise going to that part of the world. The options of where to cruise is endless with Carnival. The cons of Carnival, because it does draw so many people and it's the most popular cruise line, if you're going during the peak season, like the summer or the holidays, it is going to be very crowded with people and lots of kids during those time of year. Carnival typically has a rowdier crowd, especially on short sailings, but that's just me being nitpicky at things. Carnival does things very well. Who is Carnival for? It is perfect for those multi-generational families, to where you go with your aunts, your uncles, your extended family, your kids. Perfect for that, because there's something for everyone. No matter what your age is, if you're a younger person, there's something to do. If you're older, 60s plus, there's 10 things for you to do too. So no matter who you are, there's something for you. You can relax and find some quiet spots on Carnival Cruise, but keep in mind, it is called the fun ship for a reason. So it is very upbeat atmosphere. So if you want a very interactive, activity heavy cruise, you could definitely have that. The next option is Margaritaville at sea. Out of all of these options, the cheapest option to go for. It is a very low budget option, making it very affordable for mostly everyone. And I feel like that's the big draw of this. With inflation going up and things get more expensive, this is your go-to if you want to keep things cheap. Also the most relaxing and chill of all these. So think of a relaxing on the beach kind of vibe. This is the vibe you get out of this cruise. They offer 3-day sailings, making it a perfect weekend getaway. Those who like to pass land minute or use minimal vacation time. They do have all the cruise classics like the Love and Marriage show, comedy shows, nightclub, adults only area. So there are some pools there that are good for the adults only, as well as the hot tubs. There is a pool for everybody, including the kids. And of course, there are still the kids clubs for them as well, so they could have a good time. Margaritaville has everything that the big ships have, minus some of the over-top features like the humongous water slides or go-karts. They don't have that. But they have pretty much anything else that the other cruise lines has to offer. They also offer something that other cruise lines do not, the cruise and stay option. So you can take the ship out of Florida, West Palm Beach, go to the Bahamas, stay at an all-inclusive resort there for a few days, then you take the Margaritaville ship back to Florida. While some cruise lines do have options similar to this, it's not offered on every single sailing versus Margaritaville at Sea is offered on every single sailing they have, making it very easy to book one of these. The cons of Margaritaville at Sea is they have one ship with one itinerary. So you don't have a selection of places to go. If you choose Margaritaville at Sea, you have one option. They did recently purchase a second ship, but no official plans have been released for that ship. Every cruise line has that one thing that they truly excel at and do better than all the other cruise lines. If you want to know more, for all these cruise lines, I have an in-depth review video, so make sure to check that out now.